I believe in total transparency when you're in a relationship. You can't say you are intimate if you are not totally transparent. I want to tell you that your intimidators are intimidated by you. So don't be intimidated by their intimidations. Every parent has a responsibility. You see, every child will be limited by the limitations of the parents. The title of my message is called God Needs You to Break Through. Your breakthrough is important to God. That is what you don't understand. You think it is important to you, but it is more important to what? God. God is really waiting for you. God wants to birth something through you. But the question is, are you ready to partner with God? Are you ready to partner with God? And when I say, are you ready to partner with God, it is because God needs you for what he wants to do. I want to share with you very quickly, or look at three couples. People like Abraham and Sarah. This is in Genesis 17. You will look back and see that in Genesis 12, God actually started to promise him from there. And at the time God started to promise him, he was 75 years old. Everybody say 75. The time God fulfilled the promise, he was how old? 100 years old. And I asked the question, could God have done it for him when he was 76? Hello? So at the age of 75, it would have been recorded by Abraham. If they ask him, what year is this? He'll say, this is the year of my breakthrough. Because God spoke to him then. But then why is it that when he was 77, he didn't have a child? When he was 78, he didn't have a child. When he was 99, he still didn't have a child. It wasn't because of God. It was because of Abraham. We see that evident in Genesis chapter 17 that we just read. God called him. He called him to the side. He said, look, my friend, let me give you a hint. Say, Abraham, walk before me now and be blameless. Which means before, Abraham had been walking behind him. And he was blameful. The opposite of blameless is what? Bad English, but good philosophy. He was full of blame. When you look at Abraham's life, listen to this. Meanwhile, what was God trying? Abraham was looking for a child, but God was looking for a nation he could call Israel. What about Elkanah and Hannah? Elkanah and Hannah's story was, she had been barren, and her contemporary, the other wife, Peninnah, had been provoking her to jealousy and harassing her, saying, when I was growing up, they would put it this way, Untobi. And Hannah will cry and go to the temple and cry. And it seemed like God remained silent. The eyes of the Lord are searching to and fro. And so each time Hannah came for a breakthrough night, God was searching, looking for whose heart is loyal towards him. And she would go without a breakthrough. And then one day, she said, you know what? God, if you give me this child, I will give him back to you as a prophet. Then God, the angels in heaven just woke up. They came at attention. And they said, we're giving it to her. Let me say something to you. For each of these people I'm talking about, there's a point for someone here. This lady called Hannah wanted a child. But that was her breakthrough. But God needed a prophet.